Hello everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and in today's video I'm going to tell you exactly what not to do during your CDL road test if you want to pass. If you want to fail, then you definitely want to do this. If you do want to pass, do not, I repeat, do not do this. So before we get started, let me show you this picture here. So keep a good eye on this picture here, and we're going to come back to this in a little bit. So let me explain to you exactly how the whole CDL road test works. One thing that you have to understand is that the road test changed back in 2015, went from a half-hour long test to 2.5-hour long test, right? And the way it's going to work is it's going to be split into 3 different sections. The first section of the test is all about inspecting the vehicle. Here you're going to have to inspect both the inside and outside of the vehicle. That alone for most people is the hardest part because you're going to have to pretty much memorize a word-for-word script so you know exactly what to say. The second part of the test is actually parking the truck 6 different ways. And then the third part of the test is actually driving the truck on the road itself. So today we're going to be talking about what not to do for that second part of the test, which is the parking maneuvers of the road test itself. So let me kind of give you an example of what happens here. Here you have up to 6 different maneuvers that you have to learn. When you take your road test, the examiner is going to ask you to do 3 out of those 6. It's definitely going to be a straight line backing. It's definitely going to be one of the offsets. And then it can be in between one of the parallel parkings and one or the alley dock, right? So the cool thing about coming to our school here is that we are actually third-party certified examiners, which means that we're the ones who are going to be training you and we're the ones who are going to be testing you as well. So we know exactly what you should be doing for the CDL road test, so we're going to prepare you for everything. But even that being said, our students don't listen. So this is how that second part of the test is going to work. The way, before you do anything, the examiner is going to read you a list of instructions directly from the state. That is, and pretty much these instructions are nationwide. Every single examiner all across the country has to read the same exact piece of paper. So the examiner is going to read you the instructions. They're going to tell you exactly how to start the maneuver, how to finish the maneuver, and then after they ask one very important question. Their question is, do you have any questions? Super important that you fully understand the directions at all costs before you decide to move forward. If you have any questions, please, I repeat, please ask the examiner to clarify this or clarify that. So let's bring that picture back up. This picture is a picture of a gentleman doing offset backing, and this is how he finished. So let me explain to you why this picture means that he failed his test. So in offset backing, it looks like this, right? So you're going to be pulling up all the way in your lane, and then you're going to be backing up into the right or into the left, depending on how the examiner wants you to back up. The rules that he wrote down, that he read to this student itself, said, please finish your maneuver when your entire vehicle has passed the first set of cones. I repeat, finish your maneuver when your entire vehicle has passed the first set of cones. When you are finished, you're going to put it in neutral, apply the brakes, and honk the horn. So, back to this picture, like I showed you before. This is where the student decided to put it in neutral, apply the brakes, and honk the horn. Now let me ask you, is the entire vehicle over the first set of cones? And as you can clearly see this, and if you can see it, here's my glasses, but the entire vehicle is not over the first set of cones, which means this gentleman just failed. Now the craziest part about this story is, this is not the first time this guy failed about this same exact thing. I guess this guy didn't learn his lesson. I think it's actually his 3rd test, if I was to be honest. I'm not going to tell you who he was, but you're going to make sure when you go for the test, you're not going to make a silly mistake like this. Because think about it, all he had to do was back up another 2 feet and he would have been good. He would have been able to move forward and pass the next portion of the test possibly, and he would have had a CDL license and his whole life would have changed. So I'm telling you this, please listen. My dad used to tell me this growing up. Hey Jonathan, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Why do you think that is? And by now I know what the answer was. The answer is because you should listen twice as much as you speak. So we understand that you're nervous, but make sure you fully understand the instructions of the examiner. That's no matter where you go, because our ruling is going to be the same as any place else. And make sure that, and everyone pretty much has to follow the same type of ruling, right? So here it breaks our heart when silly things like this happen, but we have to follow the rules. All you got to do is make sure you fully understand the instructions. We're actually going to be giving you a diagram. We can actually walk you to the different parts of the test itself so you fully understand. So if you are smart and if you don't want to do this for the test, you want to make sure that you get trained properly, and the best way to do that is to give us a call, 908-525-3609, because you got to come to the best driving school around. Now this was one of our students. He went through the same course. However, he decided not to listen 2 times in a row. So make sure that if you do become a student here, as long as you listen and you're ready to follow instructions, you will be able to succeed. Luckily for this guy here, he signed up for a guaranteed training course. And the cool thing about the guaranteed training course is, it doesn't matter how many times he has to take the test, we're going to keep taking him for the test until he passes at no extra cost. Because imagine, there's a lot of schools out there, they'll say, okay, you're going to get these many hours of training, or these many days, or these many weeks, but you're going to get 2 tries at the test. After you fail the 2 tries, then you have to keep paying to keep coming back, right? So you got to definitely watch out for those schools. With us, if this guy had to keep paying every time he made a silly mistake, he'd pretty much give up on this. So we want to make sure that we are helping people out, and that's why we offer guaranteed training programs where we're going to give you over 100 hours of training plus unlimited tries at the road test itself. So if you're interested in learning more about that, give us a call, 908-525-3609, or check out our virtual school tour to figure out pricing at cdldrivingacademy.com/tour. Again, that's cdldrivingacademy.com/tour. If you have any questions, please give us a call, 908-525-3609. We want to see that you get yourself on your road to freedom. Our mission is to help 1 million people get on the road to freedom. We got a long way to go. The only way we can do that is if we help you. So help us, help you, change your life forever, get your CDL license, and get yourself on your road to freedom. Give us a call, 908-525-3609, or check out our virtual school tour at cdldrivingacademy.com/tour. Again, cdldrivingacademy.com/tour. Thanks. Have a fantastic day. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel. It's really going to help us out. Click on that button. And if you want to continue yourself on your road to freedom, here's more videos to watch. There's endless amounts. Hopefully we get to see each other one day very soon. Thanks.